Succession planning is always one of the hallmarks of good leadership, and Jamaica's GraceKennedy Group and its visionary leader, Chairman Douglas Orane, are certainly planning for the future. The highly diversified GraceKennedy conglomerate is undergoing a change of leadership in several key areas, and Douglas Orane is ensuring that it's as seamless as possible. It's no secret in Jamaica that for several years, trained young accountant Don Webby was being groomed for a key leadership role in the organization. The baton was symbolically passed at the group's annual business retreat on Sunday, January 16, 2011. Orane and GraceKennedy take succession planning seriously.
We have an internal process called succession planning, and it is a very structured and orderly process. What we do is that for every position we have within the company, we identify potential successors, and typically 2, 3, 4 people who could do it. The second thing we do is to determine how long would it take them to become ready, and that gap, whether it is a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, we then work with them in order for them to learn about that position, to prepare their skills to be able to do it one day. What it does is to give the organization a choice of individuals who can go into any position. And also it gives the individual who are on the succession plans the ability to develop their own skills and to self-actualize. What we have done is, in fact, and what the public is now seeing, is only the end result of many years of work in this regard. For the last 12 years, I've been carrying out 2 functions concurrently, that of Group CEO and Chairman. On July 1st, Don Webby will become the new Group CEO of GraceKennedy, and I will continue as Executive Chairman. So therefore, we are using the period for the first half of the year in order to continue that process, and it's going very smoothly, in fact, at this time.
Erwin Burton is the retiring head of GraceKennedy's resurgent food trading division, GK Foods, which has business interests in Jamaica and other Caribbean countries, the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Asia. Orane describes Burton as a true success story.
Erwin has been with the GraceKennedy Group for 41 years. Joined as a young man, a salesman in AgroGrace, and worked his way up through the organization, and has probably worked at more and different industries across the group than anybody else currently in the GraceKennedy Group. A real success story.
Burton's protege, Mike Ranglin, a trained engineer, is taking over GK Foods in March of this year. Ranglin has high praise for the mentorship received from Burton.
Here I've been working with Erwin for the last 10 years, actually. Erwin is somebody who is he's a thinker. He is very deliberate in what he does. He's very decisive when he decides to do it. And his mentorship and coaching of me has also been boosted, supported by Douglas Orane as the CEO, who always pushes the young people in the company to be the best that they can be, you know, go to the next level, kind of a thing. He's always challenging us. In fact, sometimes I don't know where he gets his energy to keep pushing us in these different directions, but it has worked out for a number of my colleagues. I think they enjoy the challenge. One thing with working in the company is that you don't come out knowing one thing. You know lots of things when you leave.
Speaking of which, numbers-oriented Don Webby is currently touring overseas on the final segment of his orientation before taking over the GraceKennedy Group in July 2011.
Don is actually overseas in the United Kingdom, and then after that in Asia, as part of the whole process of his deepening his understanding of the businesses that we have worldwide. The food business in the UK. We also have very important relationships with the reinsurance industry in the United Kingdom for our general insurance business. In Asia, we actually source quite a large amount of different raw materials and other products for sale elsewhere in the world.
Jamaica's GraceKennedy Group certainly planning for the future. For Business Content Jamaica, I'm Owen James.